Okay, Ted is trying to communicate. Ted is currently having many security problems, and these are not primarily currently from within homeless or wherever Ted has even been nomadic and traveled to and tried to what Ted would call urban camp or be, amongst what are homeless. And many of these are gangs, and they're actually organized into gangs. There is gang-related activity and gang-related organizing and organizations within homeless, within specific homeless. They organize some of them into gangs. And Ted is having huge security problems currently from some of those. And Ted has written about some of this in his security section on the current internet site. And currently Ted is having problems in the San Diego area where homeless are with gang-related homeless. There are quite a few what are organized into gangs, and they're homeless. And they have those different gangs. And Ted primarily is not really accepted enough within any particular gang to be protected enough. And when Ted travels and is nomadic, Ted has huge problems with different, even at the homeless level, homeless gangs. And then within homes, even gangs what are within homes. And then to mafia, and then to organized crime, to largest organized crime. Ted has even had problems with, secret Roman Empire and different empires, different entire countries and nations, different countries and nations, different leaders at different points in times of entire countries and nations, including the United States of America, or USA, or America, what many call America, simply America. And this is what Ted is trying to tell you. He is having huge security problems, and some need to help him to shut these down. Ted is talking Tedians, a range of Tedians. Even if you're enormously secretly a Tedian, to secret enough, you need to try to help Ted with his security problems. He's also having a resource problem, and if Ted had the resources to even be indoors behind a deadbolt and with alarm system and with a perimeter alarm system and even a perimeter where Ted could have a canine or canines and best money security could buy, including surveillance cameras and hidden cameras, and best money security could purchase and buy and install, Ted would be much additionally secure. And if he could have a perimeter, a complete perimeter where he could have canines, Ted would be much additionally secure. And Ted has not seen the efforts that people trying to get the resources to Ted, if for nothing else, for Ted's security. And yet you expect, salvation and to be saved, and for God and the Creator and who is on a coming and is the Savior to save you and save you for a range of next life to more life, and some even still believe this will be eternal life or living forever or until end of time, or they will be immortal. And Ted is not doing this currently. He is the only immortal. He is the only thing that lives until end of time. He's the only thing that lives what we call forever or for all eternity. And what he currently believes there will be an end at some point in time to even God and the Creator and maybe all things and maybe the entire universe somehow, all things will cease to exist. Anyhow, this is another subject. Security problems are what Ted is having. And there are specific people Ted is starting to name in his security section what he's having security problems with and why. From the from the top USA politics down to the lowest levels among homeless. Ted is having security problems from top levels in religion, top levels in politics, top levels in government, top levels in companies, multinational conglomerates and corporations, to companies and in business, to and people within homes, to lowest homeless. Ted is having currently cumulative huge security problems. And people, you still don't seem to be doing enough. And, what does it take? What does it take for Ted to write and internet site develop and produce and prove enough, about as much as, current Christians have proven, or actually much additional to what current Christians have done, where they think they've proven Jesus was a true Messiah and a true Christ. Where Ted thinks by now he's done much additional to prove he is the true, a coming of the true Messiah and a coming of the true Christ, a coming of child of Messiah and God to earth. Therefore, Ted does feel he has done an enormous amount by now and put this information out, including on the internet for a while at least, before it was archived off to digital data disk, and also did some DVDs and put videos on the internet. Ted, how much additional does Ted have to do? Ted needs security. Security is obtained through resources. Ted needs resources on the current internet site. On the current internet site of currently it's www.tedjesuschristgod.org. There is a resources file currently that tells you what resources Ted needs and some of how to make contact and get these resources to Ted.